today, all you sports fans out there in the Tubosphere, to you, the individuals, part of the collective. Welcome to Fast Track Sports Track Highlights here on Talk Radio version of the OMSR Bowl season. I am your brief but concise host, Will the Alternative ESPN Sports Radio. Talking briefly and concisely, and really concisely, bringing you the fourth quarter of the Little Caesars Bowl, given that it was tied up at the start of it. Pitt and Bowling Green. Alright, just a reminder, I always do a show like this to let you know the clipboard are coming up and the whys and wherefores. Why? My sponsor is the DMCA, the Digital Millennium Copyright Act. It covers the fair use standard, minimal use, and derivatives. So all the video highlights courtesy to ESPN and the respective universities. A little bit to the NCAA, not as much as in basketball. But hey, still the NCAA. Division 1. Can we stop calling it FBS and FCS? They all have playoffs now. So it's back to the old school system. Everything else to the OMSR. Alright, so caught this at the tail end. Usually I like to go from the second half, let the on-site commentator team take us through the first half highlights, but they kind of did a good job of synopsizing up to the point of why and how it was the situation it was at 2020 at the start of the fourth quarter. So you get like more of the fourth quarter in this particular game than you otherwise would anywhere else, because there's just not enough time to bring you the full game, given the aforementioned sponsor. I mean, some dudes you may see on YouTube try to do that, which is fine and all if they didn't get permission per se. That doesn't fall within the DMCA, and they may have done it once. Good for them. And if they're getting permission, well, then they're doing something beyond the OMSR. But I like to appeal to those of you out there who do not have 2 hours to catch up with that game. iPads, iTablets, and all that, they're great out there. But, again, if you want to go to a good source, get a vignette, feel for the game, the OMSR is a good option. I will just say this on the Quickie Sport Rant of the segment. Where is the Green and Bowling Green's uniform? And to this day, I still don't know who or what Bowling Green's mascot is. And maybe that's why it is. But just suffice to say, there is nowhere near... I mean, it makes sense on Christmas seeing Bowling Green in the contrast to their color scheme. I still don't get it. It's bugged me so much, I've never bothered to find out what their mascot is, or who their mascot is. Shouldn't there be some semblance of green in Bowling Green of Ohio's color scheme? Thanks for watching those silly DUIs while you're out there. Roll clips.
Here's the Detroit Zoo, part of wildlife right there on Woodward. And a beautiful zoo, lit up for the holiday season. And a light display fitting for this Little Caesars Pizza Bowl as well. There are some saying this might be the last Little Caesars Pizza Bowl. There may be another bowl game in this stadium. But hopefully the Little Caesars Pizza Bowl can find a new home if they need to indeed. They stepped up big time a few years ago to take the sponsorship of this game. And they've got a thriller. Johnson, the late handoff, not minded with the Pitt defense. As Nicholas Grigsby raced in, smelled that play brilliantly, and stuffed it for a loss. And more conversation after the play between the two teams.
And Grigsby, you're going to see him, he's right here, and he's going to just come off the edge on a little inside stunt with his eyes up, and he saw the draw all the way, and he's able to stop it for no gain.
And the funny thing is the running back, Fred Coppin, could see it. And here's a first down pass, tight roping out of bounds, Heath Jackson, and that'll be out of the 22, maybe the 23-yard line. Good throw by Matt Johnson, 15-yard pickup.
And if I'm Bowling Green, I might go to a little more of that hurry up. They've had success when they've done it, and in Pitt's last game against Miami, the tempo really hurt their defense. It might be something they have to do to get this offense on track a little bit.
So interim coach Adam Shire, he has not said what his plans are after this game, whether he'll go to join Dave Clawson's staff in Wake Forest, as will Bowling Green's offensive and defensive.
Face mask, right?
Donald just put a paw out. And that was the end of that play. Coppin with a push on Milan, and there's going to be a flag. Thought I saw something fly by. Maybe that wasn't a flag. Maybe it was a towel.
But they're talking about it.
Yep, it is a flag.
Dave, we've seen a lot of that stuff. And,
but look who's counseling him. How about that? Lynch, who's maybe been thrown out of the game, was counseling him.
Don't do what I did.
Johnson on the run.
Throw right there.
That is a gun, but I thought the ball hit the turf, and that is the call. So it's going to be 3rd down and 22. Burbrink was the intended receiver. Well, what's really unusual is, I mean, we watch so many bowl games, and we've announced a lot of bowl games. You don't see all this activity after the play in your average bowl game.
Yeah, and this started early in the ball game. You know, some guys started talking. If I recall, Boo Boo Gates and James Conner were jawing at each other a little bit early in the game, and it's kind of picked up from there.
Aaron Donald was called for a personal foul penalty to help Bowling Green on a drive that led to a touchdown in the first half. Donald putting pressure there now. Johnson locks one up deep, and it's behind the receiver. Short, and a flag coming in. Joplin was the intended receiver. Titus Howard in coverage.
Doesn't look like Howard ever got his head back around to find the football. And when you do that, you're going to be in trouble. There it is at the top of your screen. You see Joplin's just running
That's
past
interference. Defense number 18. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic first down.
So you want to say that a bowl game that's not the BCS title game doesn't matter? Tonight in Hockeytown, a hockey game is broken out. We've had all sorts of pushing and shoving after whistles, a lot of jawing, downfield extra blocking, personal foul penalties. You don't see very many unsportsmanlike conduct penalties in a bowl game. And you're getting that tonight. And again, these are not common opponents. Pitt's in the ACC, Bowling Green's in the MAC. Although geographically they're not that far apart, but there is a nastiness tonight you don't normally see. And we like it. From the 2-yard line, straight ahead handoff. Very little for Jamar Parrish, who plays a hybrid tight end and fullback position for a couple of more. And James Conner, Nikki Noto, what is the update on him?
Well, guys, he's on the training table right now. He rolled his right ankle. They taped it up, and it looks as though he's about to go back into the game.
Well, you see what he has done along with Boyd. They've outgained Bowling Green between the two of them. Although Tyler Boyd's effectiveness not quite the same with Tom Savage out of the game. He is officially now, we're told, not returning at quarterback. So Chad Wojcik is the QB for the Panthers, the redshirt freshman. The handoff, this is Bennett. And showing some good leg strength, gets out to the 7-yard line. So it sets up a big 3rd down and 5.
You know, back to Tyler Boyd, Dave. He had 7 catches for 111 yards in the first half when him and Tom Savage were hooking up. He has not had a touch here, and we're into the 4th quarter in the 2nd half. And Chad Wojcik has not found a way to get the ball to his playmaker on the edge. And you know, I would look for him to try and find Boyd on this down right here.
We have seen that Wojcik seems a little bit more comfortable rolling right. 2 out of 10 tonight, Pitt on 3rd downs. Wojcik has to get rid of it, and he does to Garner. Garner breaks free for a first down. Trip to the 25-yard line. He falls to a career for Wojcik of 62 yards.
And I love the play call, taking a shot on 1st and 10 and getting after Boyd. Get it to Boyd. You know, the little move right there gets the separation, and bam, a home run ball. That's about as far as Wojcik can throw it right there. Great play call by Paul Christ. They run the bootleg, and everybody's going after Holtz, the tight end. Nobody home. Wojcik makes a great decision right there. Okay, you're going to cover that guy? Then I'll just run it in myself. And he does, gets it in, and that's a huge deal right there for Pitt. Because Bowling Green has not been able to move the football.
Remember that incredible punt that drove Pitt back to the 2? Didn't matter. 6 plays.
Brady Hope was at Ball State. There's just so many others.
Well, there's what we're talking about. And winning. Dave Dorn, remember? Northern Illinois was here. In a bowl game, and they lost with Rod Carey. Of course, Rod's gone on to do a good job. Butch Jones, Brian Kelly. It's really interesting to see how this has, that conference has brought in so much coaching talent to college football and will continue to do so.
Yeah, it used to be Miami of Ohio was the coach's cradle. Now the entire conference is.
I thought they were going to try again because and he got eaten up by K'Wan Williams. That is a significant loss of about 9, maybe 8 if we're generous.
Well, they're going to try the reverse. Here's Williams right here, and he sees it, and he gets inside and blows it up before it gets started. You see him come on the blitz, and that was going to be a pitch and another reverse coming around the other way.
Big pitch that you saw dude running out here, man. Halfback throw, improvised type deal.
Time by Williams.
2nd and 18.
Don't draw that up, per se. Could have been.
Bowling Green down 7. 3 lead changes in the game. Johnson guns it over the middle, and it's caught by Joplin Lee.
76 yards on that drive right there. Their playmaker, the quarterback, the guy who made the difference on this ball club, makes the difference here late in the ball game.
A month ago in this stadium against 14th ranked in the BCS Northern Illinois, he went wild with 5 touchdowns, nearly 400 yards passing. See the scoring drive, 9 for 75, and we are tied up with 4:42 to go, and it goes back to the redshirt freshman backup quarterback Chad Boysick.
Here's your receiver. He's going to work back to the inside after the rollout. You get the rollout, he crosses back, and there's some confusion, and you see 2 guys went after one, and that left Burbrink open, and Johnson had this arm strength, even though he's throwing against the understand that, but, you know, your defense played so well. You know, put it on them to win this ball game. Get the field goal, get your lead, and then play defense.
So for the lead, it would be our 4th lead change if Fluid's field goal is good from 39 yards. That's the number he missed at. He hooked it badly on that kick. Nailed it. 4 lead changes tonight. Bowling Green will have 1:17 to tie it or win it with 2 timeouts. I need to take the timeout, and they do.
And Aaron Donald just works the edge and gets around Logan Dietz and beats him for the 6th sack of the night. Here he is right here, just going to be an outside rush with a little rip move, get the arm underneath him, slap it down, whip it back up, get straight to the quarterback, and from the other edge, James Conner showed up as well.
There's Mom, Anita. Leave the cheers. 3rd and 31. But on a night like tonight, don't rule out anything.
You got to figure it's 4 down. Well, not territory necessarily, but definitely time for Bowling Green. They got 2 shots. They don't have to get it all in just 1 play.
One thing is, whatever plays they've called, they've been disrupted by the pressure placed on Matt Johnson. As you mentioned, 6 sacks for the Panthers D tonight. Johnson in deep trouble here. Look.
Safety. Oh, almost.
Is it a safety? No. The referee says the tackle by Tyrone Ezell occurred about a
Just
yard
take a knee,
outside
take a
the end
safety
zone.
end of game. I don't know.
It's
That's
fourth and
ignominious
impossible
bull end.
for Bowling Green.
And Ezell, just a 3-man rush, but he gets his 2nd sack of the year, 2nd sack of the night, and he just keeps working. And the whole side gets collapsed. He ends up looping around the outside of Shakir Soto and gets home and makes the play.
And you saw Aaron Donald was tackled by 2 Bowling Green linemen. All right, well coached. If Matt Johnson has a sense of humor, he goes, what's the 4th and 40 play in the playbook?
Some sort of Hail Mary.
Never seen that before.
How many Hail Marys have you seen from your own end zone?
Not many.
No.
There's the hook and ladder. You see a lot of times in this situation.
You see what Pitt is. Look at the ridiculous improvement in just 1 game. Now they have to get to their own 41-yard line to keep this going, and now they're out of timeouts. Here comes the pressure. All right, let's see if we get any laterals. There's 1, and there's 2. That might have been slightly forward. There's another pass, and it's falling out of the end zone. Johnson's got to get rid of it. He does. Another lateral. Time may run out before all the laterals are finished. That one goes the wrong direction, and as it goes out of bounds, that does it.
Wow. The only thing we were missing was the band running out of the field there.